Righto.
Yes, welcome
Do
back.
you remember what we were doing?
Well,
I remember what we were doing. The question is, do you remember what we were doing?
okay, so I remember that we need to fight the Reaper at least one more time.
I think it might be twice, but
Well, we'll see. So then,
'Cause we need to get
Helel.
Helel to 95.
Yeah, it was after Spellmaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's priority number one is get Helel to 95.
Okay. Was there anyone else I needed to level?
No.
Okay.
Everything else is in place. We need to level Helel, then smash it into Shiva, then smash that into Angel, then smash that into Apsaris, and then smash that into the Goemon we already have.
Okay. Well. Oh, wait a minute. Since I'm just farming the Reaper, I can do that anywhere.
I think we had to be above a certain floor because he just didn't spawn.
Oh, did we? Oh,
He definitely didn't spawn in the lower bit of Tartarus because we spent like
yeah.
an entire episode one time standing around waiting for him to show up, and he never did because we were like 2 floors lower than we needed to be for him to actually start spawning.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if I could like farm monad doors or something.
Well, monad doors only start appearing over a certain level as well. Like if we go to 91 and start going up from 91, because that's where the first monad passage is.
Yeah.
Like we'll definitely be able to get monad doors as we climb, but they're not going to be worth all that much either because they're low
Well,
level, and
yeah,
so
that's true.
they're not going to really give us like good output, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And we already have our burst for the day,
Yeah.
like our Arcana burst. So that's mostly where like going and doing lower level like doors are good. Is you can get your Arcana burst faster and easier without having to fucking work for it, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense. I expanded my slots, so I'd already used up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You
That's next time?
Yeah, you can't get more cards today.
Okay.
The more our team grows, the harder it gets to decide who's on the front lines.
It really doesn't, Mitsuru. It's just basically whoever's the lowest level right now.
Well, at least Igus is motivated. Hey, a homunculus. I
Oh,
might
sweet.
actually use that.
Yeah, the homunculus sacrificed itself.
Thank
It's
you,
not-
homunculus.
The homunculi are not nearly as critical in reload as they are in base and like base Fez and portable low.
Ah,
Because there, of course, light and dark damage didn't exist.
right.
Everything was insta kill. And boy, were there a bunch of like random trash mobs that love to just insta kill you.
Yeah, no, I remember some of that.
As if Tartarus wasn't already bad enough back then. Like, oh look, fighting random enemies is also literally Hitler.
Yeah, no. There's a reason I won't go back to like before reload. I actually, well, I mentioned it. I never finished Fez to begin with, so.
Neither did I. I'm pretty sure I got to Chariot and got hard blocked on Chariot. Like,
I didn't make it that far.
the full moon boss Chariot on Fez, I got just stonewalled by that for a while, and then I went on vacation for like a week and didn't feel like going back to it when I got back, so I never finished it. And then I started Portable and got, I think, to around the time Igus showed up in Portable, and then stopped playing it for some reason, and then picked it up again, you know, after I finished Reload. And I'm just kind of keeping pace with where we're at in Reload. So I'm just past this Tartarus section.
Yeah, so you'll actually be finishing Portable for the first time then?
Yeah,
Okay.
assuming that I don't just get bored. And
Well,
stop
yeah.
At some point. Or assuming that P4 Reload doesn't come out and
Well,
just take all of my time forever.
right.
Because, like, listen, I love Persona 4. Persona 4 is, I mean, it's the reason to own a Vita, which is not even a reason to own a Vita anymore because it's on Steam.
Right, yeah.
Like, I love Golden. But, you know, I think there's some improvements that could be made, especially in the combat areas.
That'd be a
like
big one for
having
me.
light and dark damage skills instead of just the insta kills, which never fucking did anything and you never wanted to use. And also, like, every boss in the game was just immune to them anyways.
Well, yeah, it makes Light and Dark kind of pointless, but
Yeah.
I mean, in general, I just prefer the gameplay of like the P5
Yeah.
style.
Well, I mean, P5 really did, like, master Persona-style gameplay, for sure. Like, it took everything that was good in Persona 4 and made it better, and everything that was, like, needed improvement in Persona 4 and fixed it.
Salut.
Okay, Mitsuru.
See you later, Mitsuru.
And there we go. Okay. Oh,
Oh, there's
gold
a
hand.
Gold hand up there, yeah.
that's fine. I can do it without Mitsuru. Wait a minute.
No,
am I
you
going?
gotta go north.
Die!
Get over here.
Okay.
Then you gotta wonder, though, because, like, obviously Reload was like $70 when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you got the full version, which was like $100. And came with all of the DLC except for Episode, I guess.
Well, yeah.
And then they removed that line from the store page later and thought nobody was going to notice.
Yeah.
And then you had, you know, Oblivion Remastered drop for $50.
Yeah.
And be, from what I've been able to gather, like a near perfect game.
Well,
I mean, people have just been heaping praise on it left and right.
yeah, but that's because Oblivion was good. The good parts are, you know, newer graphics and the fact that it's still Oblivion. I have seen there's some definite performance problems that hopefully get patched out.
Well, I heard it basically doesn't run on Steam Deck, but...
Okay, not just... Well, there's that. I've also seen, depending on your specs, it could be really rough, depending on your settings. So, not everybody is having a great time running it.
Well,
I'm just hoping there's...
Welcome to modern gaming, unfortunately.
Well,
You know,
yeah,
like-
Unreal 5 is not...
yeah, UE5 is not resource light.
no, at all. Hopefully, they just, you know, do an optimization patch, and I think that would fix most of the issues.
Yeah.
If they could just do that.
But I mean, that seems like it's been going off really hard so far. And again, came out for $50. So like,
No, yeah.
Atlas really needs to be taking a look and seeing
Sure.
like,
I mean, I wouldn't complain, but I would also keep in mind Oblivion is actually Oblivion from 2006. Like, they didn't update the code or anything. They're just using Unreal 5 overlaid for graphics. All the engine logic is exactly the same.
that's interesting because the store page specifically calls out like combat tweaks. Like,
The
tweaks to
combat
and
tweaks
such.
are visual. Like, nothing mechanical is different, but they added new on-hit effects to make it just feel a little bit chunkier. It's actually borrowing from Skyrim mods, I think, do the exact same thing. Just adding a little hit stop and stuff like that, and visual effects when you hit something.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, like a little spark off armor and stuff.
I know like one of the first reviews I saw for it was like snuck behind rat in tutorial
Yes.
dungeon until sneak 30,
Yep,
still Oblivion.
it is literally still Oblivion. Yeah, all the dumb shit you did in Oblivion still works. It is don't worry.
100% chameleon. Let's go.
All that dumb stuff.
Stupid jump potions.
Yeah, I believe the jump on paintbrushes thing is still in it. So, yeah, no.
10-minute Mayrune's day gone clear. Let's go.
Yeah, oh yeah. Completely insane. Oh yeah, did you watch Spiffing Brit's video?
No, not yet.
He didn't do. Didn't see one for remastered, but right before it came out, when everyone was talking about it, he came up with.
You mean in the day between when it was announced and when it was released?
No, I think it was like the week before when everyone was still talking about the rumors. But he did the One Punch Man build.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where, so in Oblivion, fun fact, your fatigue, your stamina, affects your damage.
Uh-huh.
So when your stamina is full, you do full damage. When your stamina is depleted, you do less.
You hit like a noodle.
If you have above your maximum stamina, you deal bonus damage. and it's proportional to how much over your base stamina you are. Because Oblivion is very well coded,
It's very well balanced.
it is possible to use some magic effects to lower your attributes and make your maximum stamina 1. So every fortify stamina effect is like 700 times your base stamina.
Right.
You're doing like 700 times your normal damage. But you run out of stamina with every swing, so, you know.
Yeah, but you're killing literally everything in a single hit. So.
But yes, he one-shot Mehrunes Dagon, so.
Yeah, that's where you just also make yourself 100% chameleon armor and just
Wow.
pop, pop, pop.
You don't even really need to once you're that strong, but.
Well, I mean, you do in case you're fighting more than one thing at once.
Yeah, I guess there's that. Yeah, absolutely dumb stuff. Loved those games.
Yeah. Ah, good times.
Yeah, I haven't picked it up yet just because.
No, me neither. Like, I do plan to at some point because it does seem like it's a very competent remake. And
I'm gonna wait and see for
remaster.
performance patches
I've
because
got a
at the end of the
4090, what do I care?
at the end of the day, it's still Oblivion, and I can just mod the Oblivion I have.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It's true.
So-
but you can't make the Oblivion you have run in UE5.
I don't really need it to though. That's the thing. Like, if it had more to it, I would. But it's still just Oblivion.
With new DLC.
I don't really
They
care.
added new DLC. And you know what? It was funny because I was checking and they're like, the base version comes with all the original DLC, right?
Yeah.
So you get like Knights of the Nine and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that stuff.
Shivery
And Horse
House.
Armor,
Yeah.
obviously. The best DLC of all time, Horse Armor. From over there.
Yeah.
But the new DLC, I was looking at it.
Yeah.
And looking at what's included. And you know what's included?
What?
More horse armor.
Oh God. Of
There-
course.
So there's a new plot line that like has like two different like paths to it, right?
Yeah.
And each of the different paths has like its own horse, and the horses have armor. So
Okay.
like,
yeah.
they couldn't help themselves. It was an Oblivion DLC. They had to have horse
Yeah,
armor.
I know. It's like one of the big memes. I'm not surprised.
Frankly, it would have been disappointing if there was no horse armor.
It's fine. It is what it is. I will say I was much more interested in Persona 3 Reload because it's actually completely rebuilding the game and making some really heavy changes.
It is, but also it's literally just.
It's still Persona
it's
3.
Just Persona 3.
But it does things I can't do if I emulate FES. Like a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Like
not getting...
having a competent shuffle time.
Okay, the shuffle time, the revised skill system, the baton passing, the voice social links. Like, there's a reason this is the version I'll be playing.
I mean, this is. I can't say it's the definitive version.
Well, yeah, there's always a
But
debate, but this is the
This
version
is, this
I
is
like.
the most playable version, is what I can say.
Yeah.
Right? Like this, 95. Hell yeah, just one. We don't care
I don't.
about Spellmaster that much, I guess. Maybe we should
I-
care about Spellmaster. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. We don't need Growth 3 anymore, right?
Well, yeah, he's in front, so that's fine. There we go. And
What we
you
really
know what?
need
It's
to-
so easy to get this with a spell card. With a
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
There we go.
Plus, I mean, we're just fusing that away anyways, so.
Yeah, I was just thinking things to have in the compendium.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh, and ailment boost. Oh, there's no light.
I'm gonna be interested to see what people do with the modding for Oblivion Remaster, though.
Yeah.
Because it's UE5, we're gonna have different modding capabilities than we did back on the old Oblivion engine,
Some.
and so we should be able to do some really interesting stuff with it.
Well, keep in mind, you have to mod both. It's UE5 on graphics, but you still have Gamebryo for the game logic.
I suppose.
So it's more like making mods compatible. It's definitely doable, but I don't know that you can take full advantage of UE5 because you're not using it for game logic.
The thing that like I found really surprising about it, especially given Bethesda's history, right,
Yeah.
was game came out, and they reach out to the Skyblivion
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
and they're like, hey, have some free keys, everyone. By
Yeah.
the way, we're not canceling your project.
Yeah. And honestly, it's just good PR because to even play Skyblivion, you're going to have to own Skyrim and Oblivion.
Right.
So it's like, hey, to play our thing, you have to buy 2 of Bethesda's games.
Right. Well, I mean,
Oh.
same thing with Skywind, right?
Yeah, you'll have to buy both.
But like that was the thing that they did with the multiplayer Skyrim mod, though, was like ESO was announced and was going to be coming
yeah.
out, and they're like, "Fuck you, no more multiplayer Skyrim mod, DMCA'd, motherfucker."
Wow, I forgot they did that.
C indeed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they C indeed the
Yeah.
multiplayer Skyrim guys. Presumably, I mean, because of the timing, everyone like it's essentially because of Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls Online. Right, so like that's just not even a question.
Will you register it to the I've completed registration.
All right.
Oh, yeah. You had a pretty good one there.
Yeah, mine was a starter for at least some period of time.
Yeah.
All right, time to make a Mitama.
Okay.
All right, Helel goes
Fuse of a
into Shiva, which makes a Satan.
Are you satisfied?
Oh, yeah. Satan.
Sextuple tit Satan.
Okay.
All right, so we need Morning Star. We need Almighty Boost and Almighty Amp. And, I mean,
I guess Spellmaster?
yeah, I mean, I guess, right?
For now.
A new power emerges.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is already like a...
By the way, did we save before we did this?
Yeah.
Okay. Just because, in case there's a fusion
Yeah.
accident, you know? There isn't this time, obviously, because the skip button is there, so it's not a fusion
Oh, okay.
accident. You can always tell, because if you're allowed to skip, it's
Yeah.
not a fusion accident.
I am Satan, the judge of all. O fearless mortal, I have now become thy power. Together let us behold the end of the world.
Oh, don't get too cocky. Sid.
Yeah,
I'm
I
about to
know.
make you kiss an angel and turn into a Japanese god.
Yeah.
Boy, the things you say in Persona games.
Please.
Angel, literally angel. Just go by level and go to the bottom.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say justice, but there we go.